Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is a 704th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. This is fought on the Nordic Woodland map, and this is a really good map, a good strategic map. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu. Now Mantu has just got 8 infantry, 6 archers and 6 cavalry. He's gone for a kind of the newer 31k Roman army. As I say, 8 infantry, 6 archers, 6 cavalry. He usually brings serious cavalry, and oh my gosh, yeah, if you count the upgrades there, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. Remember, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry takes him out of the elite bracket into the super cavalry bracket. So it'll be interesting to see how he uses that army during the course of the battle. But will 6 maximum upgraded Praetorian cavalry make up for just 8 infantry? I guess we'll just have to see as the battle unfolds. Okay, our next teammate is a Brotherhood member Aurelius. Now Aurelius has got 11 infantry, 4 archers and 5 cavalry. Okay, and if we have a look at the upgrades on his infantry, he usually brings quite well upgraded infantry there, or you can see he's got an experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack on most of his infantry. I think a couple of his units have just got gold shield, gold attack, and I'm guessing they're going to be his pilot shield units, but the majority of his infantry have got an experienced stripe on. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. He usually brings quite good cavalry. Oh, not today. He just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry today, and that means that he spent most of his money on his infantry. And if you notice here, he's got an eagle unit, okay, as well as his infantry general there. So he's got a lot of morale going on within his infantry. Okay, so that's always a good thing to have, a lot of morale. So that's Aurelius's army. Looks pretty good. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Earth. Now Earth has got 8 infantry, 6 archers and 6 cavalry, the same as Mantu. Okay, so they've both got the same armies there. Just to see if he's got fully upgraded cavalry as well. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, he's also got fully upgraded cavalry. So both him and Mantu have got exactly the same army: 8 infantry, 6 archers and 6 maximum upgraded cavalry. Okay, so that's what they've both got. They've both gone for the newer 31k Roman army. I always think to myself, 8 infantry, is that enough for the modern day battlefield in this new 31k army? Well, we just have to see as the battle unfolds. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. Has got his very old Greek cities army of 13 Spartans and 6 archers. So there's our team there. It's got the potential to be a really great battle, and I hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have RTW player Ben. Now Ben has got 6 cavalry, 3 archers and 11 infantry. Ben played RTW for a while and seemed to be a really good RTW general, but we haven't seen him in RTW for a while. There you are, you can see his cavalry there, got 7 upgrades on, and experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So that's quite a good Roman army. Their next teammate is a Chinese player who you might know as Echo. His English name is Echo, but he's a Chinese player. Now he's got 7 archers, 6 cavalry, 4 chosen axemen and 3 berserkers. As I say, Echo's a really good player. Those of you that have played with him or against him will know that. I haven't seen him on RTW for a while now, as this battle was fought a few months ago. Most of his army, of course, are hiding in the woods. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. I think if I remember right, he had pretty good cavalry. 2, 3, fully upgraded Gothic cavalry. Okay, so that's 3 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his Gothic cavalry there. Just check out the specifications on that Gothic cavalry. You'll be surprised on how good that cavalry is. So that's Echo's army there. Their next teammate is somebody who's called himself the Ancient One, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now Scorp has got just 6 infantry, 6 archers, 2 town watch and 6 cavalry. So as I say, Scorpion King's got no saved armies. He builds all his armies custom built for each battle. There's the town watch. I'm presuming he's going to use those as his pilot shield units there. Okay, and there's his infantry. My guess is he's probably put reasonable upgrades on his infantry. He's only got 6 of them. Yep, there you go. He got an experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack. But he has only got 6 infantry. You know, 6 urban cohorts. That's all he's got. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. Okay, he's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So it'll be interesting to see how well he does with that army, but 6 infantry seems very low to me. Their last teammate is somebody who's called himself Lad Panikin, but is in fact Chucky. Now, Chucky's got the bog standard old 31k Roman army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, so he's got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. As I said earlier, this battle's got the potential to be a cracking game. I hope you like it. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought I'd show you this Nordic Woodland map. Okay, the vast majority of the map is flat. Okay, but there is a slight incline here. I mean, I say this is a slope. I remember Scorpion King referred to it as an incline. It's very, very slight. It's, you know, it's not a hill or anything. It's just an incline or a slope there. Okay, so enemy teams can attack up this incline or slope if they want. But what I would advise Team 2 to do, as I've been in that team very, very many times in the past, is take the whole team over to this side of the map. Okay, move all Team 2's armies over to this side, and then if you want to attack this way, which is flat ground. Okay, so I'd say any team that's playing on this map, just look at the ground before you decide your tactics. Okay, I think a lot of players are so used to playing on flat, featureless maps. When you take them to a map that's a little bit different, you know, with woods and inclines on, it's kind of difficult sometimes for people to think outside the box. Okay, so as I say, on this map, you need to think strategically and tactically and think outside of the flat, featureless map box. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, I think we've just literally pressed start. You'll see that Scorpion King's being his usual aggressive attacking self, and you can see him attacking up the incline here straight away. As I say, Scorp referred to this as an incline. It's either a slope or an incline here, and you can see he's attacking straight away right from the beginning of the game. Now, what I think he spotted here is that there was a gap between Mantu's army and Aurelius's army. Can you see there's a gap? Mantu's trying to close that gap now, but I think Scorpion King spotted that, and I think that's why he was moving fast to try and get up between these two armies, and hoping is probably his Scipii ally Chucky would keep up with him there, because as I say, he was trying to split Aurelius's man and Mantu's army there, I think, by that rapid advance up that incline there. But as I say, I think Mantu spotted that, and he's looking to close that gap between him and Aurelius. You can see Chucky moving his Scipii army forward as well. So as you can see here, they've decided that they're going to attack up the incline here. Okay, rather than go over onto the flat part of the map where they could have attacked on the flat ground. As I say, this map's all about tactics and strategy, and you as a team have got to decide the tactics and strategy that your team wants to follow. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So as I say, you can see Aurelius moving his infantry and cavalry over towards Scorpion King's Brutii army there. So Scorpion King needs to be careful he's not caught there by 2 lots of cavalry. You'll see my Greek cities army there. I'm moving all the way over from the left flank as fast as I can over to the right flank there to support my allies over there. So I'm running as fast as I can over there. And don't forget, Earth's SPQR army is here. And I'm surprised that he's actually still in that position. I thought he may well have been moving over to the right to be with his allies there. You can see there's a slight incline there. Can you see, with the enemy on the top part of the incline? But as I say, I thought he may well have moved over towards his allies there, because he's up against 2 potential armies, Germanic and Scipii armies here, which could attack him. Now remember, Earth's only got 8 infantry, so if he's attacked by 2 armies in this position, it could be a bit awkward for him. As I say, I was quite surprised to see him spread his army out here, quite quite isolated really, if you look at his position in comparison to the rest of his team. And as I say, the 2 enemy armies would have probably noticed that. Meanwhile, back over here on the right flank and right centre, you'll see that Chucky's moved his Scipii army up further. This is a nice hit here by a Scorpion King, and bang, as he charges his Brutii cavalry into Mantu's infantry there. Nice aggressive attack. Now if Chucky moves his infantry forward as well, they've got a good chance of rolling up our allies here from right to left. Can you see what I mean? Remember, we're the red Julii here. The enemy are the Scipii and Brutii. And you can see there the way that they're attacking. Look at Scorpion King's aggressive attack there with his cavalry. As I say, I'm running my infantry over as fast as I can with my archers as well, to try and get over there to help my teammates on this flank. Okay. But let's have a look and see what's happening with Earth's SPQR army here. Okay, it looks like he's decided, I think, to move back over to his allies. It looks like he's shifting his infantry over to the right flank now. Yeah, he is, to join up with his allies there. But if the enemy Scipii and Germanic armies strike fast enough, they could cause him a lot of casualties here, especially his archers, if he's not careful. So as I say, Earth was a little bit isolated there. You got enemy archers shooting into him as he's moving as well. And as I say, you got the Germanic archers there. And if the Scipii and Germanic armies move fast enough, he could well suffer some casualties there as he's moving back over to the right flank to join his teammates. Okay, but over here on the right flank and right centre, as I say, you can see both Scorpion King with his Brutii army and Chucky with his Scipii army here, looking to roll us up from right to left here. You can see the tactics very, very clearly here. So that's why I'm moving my Greek cities across here, because I'm going to move straight over to the right flank and try and neutralise this attack that they're bringing in on us here. Okay, but it's a nice move there by nice combination move there by Scorpion King and Chucky there, moving in on our right flank. Don't forget the archers of the enemy team there, of the Brutii archers there of Scorpion King, is going to be shooting into us all the time. As I say, it's good tactics here by the enemy team there. You can see Scorpion King moving his infantry up onto the top of the incline there. He's lost a couple of his infantry units there as Aurelius is coming across to attack maybe his flank. But as I say, you can see here that Scorpion King's archers will be shooting volley after volley of arrows into our allies' infantry. So as I say, he could be causing a lot of casualties there with his archers. And as I say, Scorpion King and Chucky being very aggressive right from the beginning of the battle. Meanwhile, over here on our left flank, as I said here, you can see Ben's cavalry here starting to chase down Earth's archers. As I say, Earth was a little bit isolated there, and I think if the enemy team had moved a bit faster, they could have maybe caused Earth a few more casualties there. But luckily for us, Earth is moving as fast as he can over to his teammates there. But as I say, he's going to lose a lot of archers, I think, here, as Ben's cavalry. Notice Ben's cavalry is in normal formation, not wedge, so he's got that extra speed there. Remember, units in normal formation move faster than units in wedge formation. Right over here on the right flank, you can see here that our allies are moving his Mantu's moving his cavalry over there to threaten Chucky's cavalry. But as I say, you can see my Greek city army has arrived now, and as I say, I'm going to move right over to the right flank here to try and neutralise that attack by the enemy Scipii army there. Okay, so here you can see Aurelius is moving along the incline towards the enemy troops, but his flank, can you notice, very, very exposed, not just to archer fire, but possible cavalry hits as well there. Do you notice that? You can see he's going to suffer casualty. Remember, the flank and the rear of units on RTW are the weakest points. And as I say, you can see the Germanic army moving over here. There's the infamous berserkers, and you can see the Gothic cavalry as well. Remember, these berserkers got 2 hit points, excellent specifications, effective against armor maces, and big morale sapping abilities. And they're all moving over now, and they could hit Aurelius in the rear if he's not careful. He needs to be very aware of that. As I say, I'm moving my Spartans over there to try and neutralise this attack that's coming in on our right flank. I got a feeling once I get over there, the enemy Scipii army may well withdraw, as he probably doesn't want to take Spartans on head on. Meanwhile here, Earth is moving over his army as fast as he can to his teammates, but I feel he's lost a lot of his archers there by the Scipii cavalry of Ben. You can see Ben moving his infantry and cavalry over here as well, and Earth is moving his archers and infantry as fast as he can over to his teammates here. Here you can see I'm moving my Greek cities army forward there towards our right flank. I'm going to move in towards the enemy Scipii army, and as I say, it wouldn't surprise me now if Chucky decides to move his Scipii army back. I don't think he wants to fight Spartans there, especially as I'm on a little bit of the higher ground there, like a little bit on the top of the incline there. And I think that's a good tactical move by Chucky to move back there. But just look at the archer fire that's coming in onto the flank of Aurelius, which we looked at earlier. And not only is he being hit from the flank, but if you notice there's Germanic archers in behind him shooting into him as well there. Now over here you'll see a really good move here by Earth using his cavalry. Remember, he's got maximum upgraded cavalry, 9 upgrades, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, attacking some of the Germanic archers here. I think this is a great tactical move here by Earth. You can see that the enemy have bought their fully upgraded Gothic cavalry out there, so he'll pull his cavalry back, but he's disrupted the enemy troops there as well as causing them casualties. Now here you can see Aurelius's archers being attacked by a very battle damaged cavalry unit of Scorpion King there, and he's going to get smashed by big cavalry units, and bang, as they charge in there. But once again, can you see causing disruption, being very aggressive here is what Scorpion King was doing there, his usual aggressive self. And as I say, I've got my Spartan army here to try and neutralize the 14 infantry of Chucky. And over here on our left flank, you'll see the Earth here. Now remember, Earth has got a very small amount of infantry there. How many has he got? He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 8. I think he's got 8 infantry units. That's all he's got. And he's up against Germanic troops there, plus the enemy Scipii as well. So they could both try to attack on our left flank here, seeing that Earth's only got 8 infantry. It'd be interesting to see what the enemy tactics are here on our left flank. Here's another a good attack by Scorpion King's Brutii cavalry on our allies' archers. Nice hit there by Scorpion King, routed a couple of archers there. Nice hit. You can see our allies now starting to move down the incline there. Over here you'll see, as I say, there's enemy Scipii troops and Germanic troops moving in on Earth's SPQR army there. But over here, as I say, you can see Aurelius moving down the incline. Now, Scorpion King here, I notice, is moving his troops back, almost like encouraging Aurelius's army to move down that incline. Can you see what I mean? Scorpion King's moving back. It's a good tactical move to withdraw, but he's also drawing Aurelius down that incline, which could be very dangerous. Tactical and strategic people looking at this battle, why do you think it's so dangerous? Well, of course, you've got the Germanic cavalry here, now could go down that incline into the rear of Aurelius's infantry and cavalry. Okay, plus don't forget, you've got the berserkers and axemen there in the woods that could come back down onto the rear of Aurelius. Over here you'll see that Ben is being very aggressive with his Scipii army against Earth's SPQR army here. Okay, so make no mistake, we're being attacked from the left flank. Aurelius is going down the incline, and over on the right here, I think my Greek cities army and Chucky's armies are kind of neutralizing each other there. But it'll be interesting to see what Chucky does on that right flank. But as I say, that the major worry for us at the moment is Aurelius going down the slope. Now you can see here, he's trying to chase and kill as many enemy Brutii troops of Scorpion King as he can. But of course, I think he's being drawn down that slope deliberately. Can you see? And now look at the enemy troops in behind him. Right, let's just pause the game for a second. As I say, this fully upgraded Germanic cavalry, look, has got in behind him, so it's higher on the incline, and it's going to come down in behind him there. Then you've got the chosen axemen. Remember, those chosen axemen have got effective against armor axes and have got excellent morale. And of course you've got the infamous berserkers as well, all going to hit Aurelius's army. Plus, I'm guessing that Scorpion King's Brutii cavalry is going to charge in as well. So there's a big chance here of Aurelius losing most of his army at this stage of the battle. Meanwhile, over here, as I say, Ben's Scipii troops are really aggressively attacking Earth's troops here. But remember, Earth has got fully upgraded cavalry, 9 upgrades, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. But another thing that Earth would have to watch out for is, of course, Chucky has now brought his cavalry round the flank there. Okay, and has now got in behind us. Okay, you can see he's got his cavalry in behind us, and it wouldn't surprise me if he smashes into the back of Earth's engaged cavalry and infantry there. Okay, so that's a good move there for Chucky, getting his cavalry in behind us. Good tactical move. Okay, but I think the main problem for us at the moment is Aurelius. Here, his infantry's going to get smashed and crashed. Look at that Germanic cavalry charging in there. And bang! As it charges in there. Now you've got the effective against armor chosen axemen. Now you've got the berserkers all hitting Aurelius's army there. Look. Bang! As those axemen go in there. Aurelius is going to turn his cavalry to try and neutralize the attack there, but just look, and all 3 berserkers have now been activated. Imagine the morale sapping ability that those units are doing on poor old Aurelius' Julii army there. And then you've got the cavalry, the Gothic cavalry smashing in there with their fantastic specifications. Then you've got the chosen axemen with their effective against armor axes all coming into Aurelius' army. And as I say, it wouldn't surprise me if Scorpion King attacked with his Brutii cavalry as well. So as I say, Aurelius, there's a big chance of Aurelius losing his entire army at this stage. Okay, up here you can see, as I say, I think Earth's doing very well there. He's doing very good. Look, with his fully upgraded cavalry routing some of the enemy Scipii troops there. So I think Earth's doing very well. I've spotted Chucky's cavalry coming in, and as I'm Greek cities, I've got no cavalry. So what I'm going to try and do is block some of that Chucky's cavalry with my archers, just to slow it down a bit. Meanwhile, over here, as I say, look at Aurelius' army. Look at the, as I say, you can see Scorpion King's Brutii cavalry charging in as well, and you can see that Germanic cavalry. Could you see it was surging forward there? Over here, as I say, I think what I'm going to have to do is take my Spartans down here and try and deal with the berserkers with my spears. Remember, spears and pikes kill barbarian troops, including berserkers, quickly. And as I say, I think I'm going to have to try and deal with those berserkers with my Spartan army there. Otherwise, the whole of Aurelius' army, I think, is just going to be completely taken out. You can see loads of his units have already been routed there. So, as I say, I'm moving my Spartans down there to try and deal with the berserkers the best I can. And as I say, Scorpion King here making the most of his Germanic allies' attack on our Julii ally there by attacking with his infantry and cavalry as well. So as I say, there's a real chance here of Aurelius' army being completely taken out at this stage of the battle. As I say, you can see Mantu has spotted the danger of the Scipii cavalry coming in behind his ally and is moving his cavalry up there to try and intercept the enemy Scipii cavalry as it comes across here to try and smash into the back of Earth's engaged cavalry and infantry. As I say, I spotted that, and if you notice, I'm moving my archers in the way there. Can you see my archers are moved in the way there? Try and just block the cavalry, slow it down a little bit there, and giving Mantu's cavalry and infantry their time to get over here to help Earth. I'm going to lose my archers there, but look, you see how I slowed down that Scipii cavalry? Just pause the game for a second. So, good support here by Mantu, brought his cavalry over here to help Earth against the enemy Scipii troops. And as I say here, you can see I move my archers in front of Chucky's cavalry there, just to slow them down. I know I'm going to lose my archers there, but it's just to slow them down there, which is what I wanted to do there, to allow Mantu to get his cavalry up there to help Earth. Okay, so I know I'm going to lose my archers there, but I just thought it was a good tactical move to slow down that enemy cavalry. And as I say here, you can see Chucky now will start moving his Scipii army up onto the slope as I'm moving my Spartans down to try and deal with those berserkers. Okay, you can see there the enemy Scipii general there. Chucky now will probably start moving his infantry across the slope. But as I say, I felt I needed to move my Spartan army down here to deal with the Germanic and Brutii troops there and help Aurelius, whose army is looking pretty close to being completely routed there. Oh my gosh, there you can see Aurelius' general has just been routed there, so he's losing his general morale bonus. Now what I want to do here, I want to move my Spartans down in a big mass on these berserkers. I don't want to move them down in 1 or 2 units. I want to bring them down in a big mass, so there's masses of spears going into these berserkers. Stop them penetrating any of my formation there. And look how I'm moving in lots of units there, okay, in a big mass against these 3 berserker units there. As I say, you don't want to attack them with 1 or 2 units because they can like kind of penetrate you there. You need to hit them with a big force to take out especially 3 berserkers in a group there. Very dangerous. Meanwhile, over here on our left flank, remember, Earth is SPQR and Mantu is Julii, and the enemy are the blue Scipii. Okay, so just look at what's happening there, and you can see the enemy are the blue Scipii. You'll see Mantu is moving his infantry over here towards Earth's infantry on our left flank. Okay, but you can see the enemy Scipii troops are moving in. Here you got Ben's archers shooting into us all the time. They've been causing a lot of casualties to us there, shooting into us, as I say, all the way through the battle. Here, and there you are, you can see that Ben's general's been routed, so that's good news for us. Well done to combination of Earth and Mantu on our right. But there you are, to neutralise that, as we said, Aurelius' general's been routed as well. So this is going right down to the wire. There's Aurelius' general now. He's got 26 men in that unit. Whether that a rally or not, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But over here, as I say, I'm moving in a mass of Spartans here. There you'll see the sheer number of spears and units I'm putting in here against these 3 berserker units. Remember, those berserker units are arguably the most powerful units in the game. And as I say, look at the amount of spearmen I'm bringing in there to kill those 3 berserker units there. Look at the mass of Spartans there, just mowing down those berserkers. 1 berserker left. Can you see? There's just that 1 berserker left. He's fighting to the last man there. That finally goes down. Right, okay, so what I need to do now is up spears and run my Spartans back up on top the slope. Okay, that's what I need to do. I need to up spears and run back up onto the top slope there to help my allies. As I say, Chucky's Scipii infantry army is basically intact. Here you'll see Scorpion King's Brutii cavalry charging into my allies there. But as I say, most of Scipii's infantry are completely intact, and his battle formation is pretty well intact as well. Now here's a couple of his units, including his general units. He must have sent off to chase some of our units there, and he's forgot that he's got those 2 units down there. So that's good, because his general's away from his infantry, so that's a good thing for us. But here, as I say, you can see that Mantu's got his infantry there facing Scipii. Now over here, Mantu's cavalry and Earth's cavalry and infantry have done a really good job on the enemy Scipii troops of Ben. They've routed most of them there, so well done. That's a good combination there of Mantu and Earth there on the enemy Scipii troops. But here you'll see that Chucky's cavalry is going to smash into the flank of Mantu's infantry as Chucky's infantry engages them. There you are, you can see them coming in there, and bang, as that cavalry unit comes in there, looking to roll Mantu's infantry up here. You know, this cavalry hit, bang, they're looking to roll his infantry up from right to left here as they're moving the Scipii infantry forward. But you'll notice that my Spartans now are just getting up here now, and I'm going to go straight for Chucky's Scipii army there, because that seems to be the most dangerous force that the enemy troops have got left, and that's what I'm going to go for with my Spartans. I've left 1 unit down there fighting 2 infantry units of Scorpion King. But you can see that the Germanic cavalry moving forward there, and their archers as well. They say it's a nice hit there by Scorpion King's cavalry, and look at all that Germanic cavalry moving up there as well. The Germanic general might want to smash into the back of my engaged Spartans there, possibly with his cavalry, but you can see I'm moving forward here. You can see Chucky being very aggressive with his cavalry and infantry on my allies, but he's going to have to watch my Spartans here, because my Spartans are moving in on his Scipii troops, causing him a lot of casualty. Oh, there's that Germanic cavalry. Looks like he's going to charge into the back of my engaged units, and bang, as they charge in there. Look at that. Bang! I think they got something like, is it a 7 or 8 charge bonus, Germanic cavalry? But that was a major impact there. Nice hit there, but managed to rout some of those Germanic cavalries. That's good news for us. As you can see, Earth bringing some of his infantry over, his SPQR infantry. Remember, we're Greek cities, Julii and SPQR. Everything else is enemy troops. Okay, here you can see that one unit in Testudo there that my troops are attacking at the moment. Okay, so Chucky's put that unit into Testudo. He's put other units into Testudo as well. And here you can see Earth, and I say Mantu are bringing their troops across here to attack Chucky's infantry there. Okay, over here you'll see it's saying Mantu's cavalry attacking Chucky's cavalry there. So well done to Mantu. I noticed Mantu's been all over the battlefield with his cavalry, doing really good job with them. And I say here you can see Scorpion King using his cavalry around the battlefield as well. Remember, Scorp's cavalry had 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Now look at all these Germanic archers moving forward to get into range of our troops there. And make no mistake, they would start shooting into the rear of our allies' fighting infantry there. Okay, so they got loads of archers there. They can shoot volley after volley of arrows into us. But as I say, I've got my Spartans here fighting the enemy Scipii troops here. As I say, I think Chucky tactically did well in keeping his infantry formation basically intact, ready to use towards the end of the battle there, which is what he's done. And as I say here, he put several of his units into Testudo, and then other units he doesn't. But as my troops are moving forward there into those enemy Scipii troops there, you can see starting to make inroads into those Scipii troops. This is a nice hit there by Echo there with his Germanic cavalry into the back of our Julii allies there. A hammer and anvil attack there. That enemy Scipii infantry being the anvil and the Germanic cavalry being the hammer there. That was a nice move there. Say, you can see, if you notice here, a lot of our Julii troops and SPQR troops have now been routed. Just look at how Scorpion King's been using his cavalry around the battlefield there really well. If we can take his Brutii cavalry out, that would be good. You can see you've got battle damaged cavalry units of Mantu and Earth here. That's good news. We've just taken out Scorpion King's cavalry general, so that's good news for us. And as you can see, we've still got cavalry left. It's very battle damaged, but we have still got cavalry left there. And as I say, I'm moving my Spartans now into the enemy Scipii infantry, who have now moved across to the other side of the battlefield, if you notice there, to engage my allies. But just look at this mass of archers here. Imagine the firepower they're going to lay down on us when they stop marching. I mean, there's going to be loads and loads of arrows coming into us. There you can see Scorpion King's Brutii archers are still shooting into us. You've got enemy Scipii archers shooting into us as well. So as I say, arrow wise, we are being absolutely inundated with arrow fire coming in on us. So as we know, that can cause a heck of a lot of casualties there. You can see I'm moving some more Spartan units over here to engage the enemy Scipii troops. And as you can see there, a lot of the enemy Scipii troops are starting to rout now under the spears of the Spartans. So I say my allies there, SPQR, don't forget, and Julii are my allies there. But I say, just look at all these archers here, just shooting volume after volume of arrows into us. Plus they got a couple of cavalry units there as well, including the Germanic general. So as I say, I'm moving my my Spartans around here trying to engage the enemy Scipii troops there. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So remember those 2 units we looked at earlier that Chucky'd forgotten? He's bringing both those units over, including his general. Remember they were over there, and he's running them back over into the fray. So he has got 2, well, they're warmed up units, but they're full units that he's bringing into the fray now towards the end of the battle now. Could that swing the battle there? That's what I'm wondering there. 2 full units, including his general unit there, bringing into the fray at this late stage of the battle. And say, just look at the volume of arrows that the enemy troops are shooting into us here. I mean, that is going to be causing us loads and loads of casualties. I think if I remember right, they were concentrating on the rear and flank of my Spartans as I was attacking the enemy Scipii troops there. Okay, so make no mistakes there, the vast majority of enemy arrows will be coming into the flank and rear of my Spartans as I'm attacking these enemy troops. There's still some enemy infantry of Ben still left alive there. But as I say, just look there at all these archer units here. Remember, those chosen archers got long range. They do a lot of damage. And also they can be really good light infantry when they do eventually run out of arrows there. Okay, so let's just pause the game. So, Earth has got 2 infantry units left, 2 battle damage infantry units. And Mantu's got 3 extremely battle depleted cavalry units, and Earth's got a couple of cavalry units left. And I think that's the entirety of their cavalry. That's all the cavalry we got left, and that's all the infantry. I think all Mantu's infantry has been taken out there. So, as I say, this battle's going to go right down to the wire, I think, here. You can see here that the Scipii general's taking his infantry back there as I'm going to move my Spartans down towards him. I'm chasing other Scipii units away here with a few of my Spartan units there as well. Just trying to make sure that they're not going to rally and come back into the fray. But as I say, you've got enemy archers here shooting into us from all different angles. And make no mistake, if I remember right, in this battle, which was fought, I think, a couple of months ago now, I remember seeing the amount of archer fire coming into my troops from all different directions. So there you are. You can see my Spartans moving forward. But as I say, Chucky's got a couple of his infantry units in behind me that he's going to charge in. So pause the game for a second. So I've got Scipii infantry coming in behind me here as I'm fighting the infantry in front of me. So that's a good move. Plus, you've got the Germanic cavalry ready to charge in as well there. And plus, don't forget, I'm being hit by, as we said, arrows all the time being shot into my troops as well. So there's a good chance here that my Spartans possibly may rout under the pressure of all those troops and arrows coming in on me there. And you can see the Germanic general there moving his... oh, that's good news for us. Germanic general's just been taken out. So that's good news for us. Takes a general morale bonus away from them. So that is really good news. And as I say, you can see here my Spartans are being surrounded almost by the enemy Scipii troops. And then you've got that Germanic cavalry. Looks like it's going to charge in down the incline. Get ready for this. And bang! As it charges in there. Oh my gosh, look at the penetration. It's a surge attack, like he charged for the furthest Spartan unit there. And it wouldn't surprise me here now if possibly my army starts to rout. Oh my gosh. Let's just pause the game for a second here. So you can now see 3 of my units starting to rout there. Okay, could this be the beginning of a chain rout of my Spartans there with the enemy troops coming in and all those arrows, as I say, hitting me all the time? Right, I'm moving 3. Remember those 3 units I chased down, those Scipii units in the woods with? I'm bringing them back into the fray here to help. As I say, this battle's going to go right down to the wire. Just look, as I say, at the amount of archer fire going into my Spartans. Ben's still got a cavalry unit he could throw in there. But over here, you can see my Spartans here starting to rout. And this could maybe be the end of the battle here now. With my army starting to rout there. I can see fire arrows coming in onto my Spartans now, not just ordinary arrows. Remember, normal arrows cause more casualties, fire arrows cause less casualties, but of course I've got a fear factor where they take the morale away from troops there. So as I say, you can see my Spartans are moving forward there into the enemy Scipii troops. And you can see I've bought some, there's my general unit, so I'm glad to say my general unit's still alive there. So that's pretty good news there. And so you can see Earth has bought some of his infantry in there. You can see Chucky's got his general there, his general unit there. Remember, we saw him, he chased some unit down and he forgot about them, but he brought that unit back into the fray. Here's a nice hit here by Mantu's cavalry. Look at bang as he charges in to the rear of Chucky's general there. We've got my Spartans moving forward, and we got Earth's SPQR infantry fighting there, trying to take out Chucky's general. And there we are. That's good news for us. We've just routed Chucky's general there, and I think that was the last of the, possibly the last of the enemy infantry. I think all that's left now is archers. They might have a couple of odd cavalry units knocking around the battlefield, but I think there's a couple of them just admitted defeat there. So it looks like our team has just gone on to win this battle there. As say it was a very, very close battle, and this is an incredibly spread out battle as well, if I remember correctly. If you notice over here on the right flank, I think this is where Scorpion King attacked uphill, and as we move along the battlefield here, you'll see, remember here, this is where Aurelius' army was kind of smashed and crashed by a combination of Germanic troops and Brutii troops of Scorpion King there. So that you can see the amount of dead there. If we move up the incline here, you can see that looks like I think that's where my Spartans were fighting the Scipii troops. And then over here, this is where I think it was Earth and Mantu did well at holding the enemy Scipii troops that were attacking them. There, they did really well. Let's say here, you can see, as I say, everywhere you look over this battlefield, there seems to be dead troops. So, so you can see how intense the fighting was all over the battlefield. Look at the back here. This looks like a big cavalry hit. I think it's when Mantu's and Earth's cavalry fought the enemy Scipii and Brutii cavalry there. So, as I say, very intense there. So, all over the battlefield, it seems to me, wherever you look, there are dead bodies. So, it just goes to show how spread out this battlefield was. And I say here, you can see it's just I think just finishing off the last of the enemy archers there as we move down the incline there. I think there's, as I say, there might be a few rogue enemy troops left, I think, but not many there. And just look, you can see here Mantu's got 3 extremely battle damage. What's that, 4 in that? Is it 9 in that one? 5 in that? That's the entirety of his army that he's got left. So that's all he got left. And let's have a look. My Spartans, look, I've only got, what, 5 or 6 very battle damaged Spartan units left. That's all I've got. Not a lot of units left myself. And if you look here, Earth has still got what, 3 infantry units left, all very battle damaged, and I think he's got 1 cavalry unit extremely battle damaged as well left. He's got an archer unit there. I think we still got a few of our archers left there that were shooting into the enemy. So there you go. You can see how tough this battle was, and it was a real battle of attrition there, just looking at the units that we've got left. As I say, there's a few, I think, rogue units left there. You can see Ben's archer units there. I'm thinking as soon as my Spartans probably hit them, they may, well, there you go, he's just admitted defeat, I think, actually. There. So, that looks like, I think that looks like probably the end of the battle. If there's any rogue units left of the enemy troops there, I would suggest that they would admit defeat. But you can see here just how much a real battle of attrition this was by just the units that we've got left. Oh, he didn't admit defeat. You still got this cavalry unit left, which is going to charge in there. You can see there, got good upgrades on his cavalry. Looks like he's going to go for my archers. So I need to take skirmish mode off my archers there. And alt attack that cavalry as they come charging in, and bang! As he charges in there. But you can see my archers there just finished off his cavalry. And I'm not sure if that was the last unit left in the game. Enemy unit still left in the game there. But as I say, it looks like... oh, there's another unit there. Let's put it on triple speed here. So, let's say at this stage of the battle, you know, when the battle's clearly won, it's always best just to admit defeat. Let's get into the lobby and get a new game going. And there we go. That looks like it. Yeah. So the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. Everybody played really well. You could see how close this battle was. And I say it was a close victory, as we thought, but I mean it was really close. And the highest kills in a game goes to Brotherhood member Mantu. 1,434 kills. If you notice, he uses cavalry all over the battlefield, supporting everywhere. So well done to him. Well done to Chucky, 1,375 kills. Did well there. Well done to Scorpion King, very aggressive right from the start. Really well played there. Well done to Echo there with his Germanic army, and well done to Ben. Got some good kills too. So really well played, guys. I thought you played extremely well there. Great battle. I say that old Spartan army of mine didn't do too badly. Kills not too bad, 1,285. That's not too bad, so pleased with that. Well done to Earth, he did well, bearing in mind he was really heavily attacked on that left flank. I thought he got some good kills. Well done to Aurelius, now bearing in mind he was smashed and crashed on that incline there, but I still think he got some good kills. And well done to Mantu, highest kills in the game, and he was supporting all over the battlefield. So I hope you enjoyed this battle. If you did, please give us a thumbs up or leave a comment. It's always nice to read what you think, and bye for now.